Genshin's community has always had a simple problem. It's a problem that most societies face really, but it's kind of funny to see as a microcosm in Genshin of all places. And it's that certain issues just don't affect certain players as much as others. Genshin's ecosystem is weird in a way because you have so many people who play the game for vastly different reasons. For example, as someone who doesn't play gacha games, I find people's obsession with Genshin's quality of life just strange. Real story, I remember sitting in a Discord call with someone who used to play Genshin and streaming the game, and as I went to pick up my dailies, I also did my expedition, and I remember them saying, "Oh, you can instantly reset your expedition? Maybe this game is not so dogshit anymore." I know that's a bit of an extreme example, but I remember having that change added and I really didn't care. All it made me think was that I don't even understand what the point of this expedition thing really is anymore. I'm just gonna ignore it unless I have to do it for the battle pass or something. However, I am still pissed out about the loadout system, but I know plenty of Genshin players who barely have one build for their characters, let alone two. This mostly explains how Genshin can have one side of the player base be totally pissed and another just saying that they're complaining over nothing. And that's only in one language. When you consider how Hoyo feels about different players in different regions, for example CN, where they might feel totally different on a certain topic than their Western counterparts, and you can see just how fractured the whole system is. Which makes the current situation very interesting, because it's been a while since I've seen this negative of a reaction to a character. For those who aren't caught up or just don't play Genshin, in which case, hi! I also click on videos about games that I know nothing about, so don't worry, you're not alone. But this is Sandrone, also known as Marionette, also known as the 7th of the Fatui Harbingers. A group of antagonists who are at this point in the story mostly either good guys or just straight up fucking dead. There's like 5 of them left, it's really funny. And Sandrone seems to be on that same trajectory, as she will be playable next patch, and Genshin doesn't really make straight up evil or dead characters playable. So, to set the stage for Marionette, Genshin introduced her as the main antagonist in the start of Nordcry, the latest region. And over the course of 8 long Archon story quests, she has undergone a serious character arc, finding out what and who is important to her as well as what she stands for, which eventually fulfills her transition from a straight up villain to being on our side even against some of the members of her own faction. To explain just how much of a success Sandrone as a character is, throughout the storyline she has 1. Kept all the original fans who liked her when her initial design was revealed 4 fucking years ago, because big robot small girl will always have its fans. 2. Created a whole new bunch of fans by giving her a serious, over-the-top personality which had great synergy with the rest of the cast. And 3. Gotten one of the biggest ships this game has ever seen. I don't think I can explain how much people love this ship in any other way than showing this one animation that blew up across the community. Why is it so high quality? Why do people enjoy it so much? Why do I enjoy it so much? Why does it make me feel cute and fuzzy inside? I don't know, but here it is. All of this is to say that Sandrone has been a smash hit, and everyone's been waiting with bated breath for her to come out. And now everyone's angry. There are 2 main fuck-ups they made that have everyone pissed. One is Polonia. He is gone. Nowhere to be seen, dead in the water. This betrays the people who originally liked the design she had. It is more controversial though, as not everyone cared about Polonia that much, and while a lot of people wish he was there, some loreheads have deep and expensive explanations as to why the character storytelling is really important here and it makes sense, and the giant mech people don't care. This is what I was talking about before though, how 2 groups see her totally differently and it leads to this. This part of her kit is not likely to be changed by any means. However, the second fuck up has people much more pissed. It might not be the easiest to see in this art, so let's look at the new model. Yeah, let's measure that, and where is her skirt, Hoyo? Did Polonia fucking need it? Now, gacha games are known to use fan service to try to get certain people to pull. And for some random fucking reason, Genshin has had this weird obsession with girls' underwear for all of Nordcry. You can say that some characters like Nefer make more sense. She's a bit of a wild card and has that girl in charge personality, so maybe a character like that would wear something like this. Then you have characters like Linnea, who absolutely don't at all have a personality that would want to wear a skirt this short. But maybe in some stupid universe you can make the argument that she is so clueless she doesn't even realize it. Like, sure, whatever, I'm not buying it when it's a pattern pattern like this, but whatever. This, however, just has no excuses. You took a design that had no interest in either wearing lingerie or showing herself off and just slashed her skirt in half and made her chest bigger. And really, it doesn't matter if they make an excuse for it. It wouldn't even matter if she had a voice line in game as to why her outfit is like this now. It was annoying and creepy before, and it's worse now. Sandrone was plenty popular before without showing off at all. So, at what point are they gonna stop? If a character that was sure to sell is gonna get changes, most of which being to just make her appeal to horny people, then not a single character is safe. And people are voicing their disdain for it. Twitter and Reddit are going off as usual. Honestly, not super surprising, I wouldn't think much of it, but something that doesn't happen often is happening. The CN side is also upset about it. Hard to tell how much, but there's definitely some pushback on it. Now, as far as we know, Hoyo does usually respond more to what their Chinese player base says, but the real fight for the Western side is still to come. See, Reddit and Twitter are always mad at Genshin. But the average Joe is on YouTube and HoYoLab. If you see any HoYoLab post, it's mostly people sharing their fan art or cosplays or literally just talking about who they wanna pull or skip. Fairly classic normie stuff. Same goes for YouTube. Under any YouTube video of Genshin's, you'll find people talking about what character they're excited for or whatever character they love if the video has nothing to do with anything. Now, as I'm recording this, Sandrone's Splashout should soon be released to everyone. If somehow these platforms will have a negative opinion on the redesign, I think we can say that as the Western side, we did all that we could. Will it matter? I can't tell. Maybe Hoyo does only listen to CN and everything we do is irrelevant. But I don't wanna cave. And this is one of the rare times that a lot of people are upset. And since it's good to criticize the games you like so that they can improve, I'm certainly not gonna miss this chance for my voice to be heard, partially through this video. So let's see, will this be one of those rare times where the Genshin community comes together to complain about something? Only time will tell, really.